you hear my voice? Testing 1, 2. Yep, sounds good. That's one thing I did want to check, because it does keep getting messed up. Okay, no, I just have that one. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, did I have a copy paste for this? I don't think so. Finish this graphic here. We'll finish this post. Put this post up. Let me put my chat where I can actually see it. And double check the audio level. Can maybe come up a little bit, right? Maybe not. Maybe if I'm not talking that loud. If I'm only talking this loud, it probably needs to be there. Okay. Alright. Post on the social. Resize this window. Put it over here. Put this one over here. Get rid of this window, and we need to load VNAND. We do need to load the VTubing application in order to be a VTuber. To be a VTuber, one must load the VTuber software. Ew, what the oh, it's the back of the, okay. My pop socket, I have a MagSafe pop socket for my phone, and the rubber backing to it is disintegrating. It is like falling apart and shedding, and it's disgusting. But I like the pop socket, so I'll keep it. And I don't want to spend, like, it was expensive for just a piece of plastic with a magnet. It's fucking expensive. But, no idea what we're doing today. No plans. Not that I ever really have plans in the morning. And let's calibrate. Got hands. Turn on my hand pose. And, put myself there, because I would like to be behind the, I would like to be in the phone. Get the lights on. That one, do with the dimmer lights. Maybe for now. We'll do this one for right now. And, scoot this over here. this. Let's resize and reposition so we look better. And the pet is missing, so we need the pet. I need to get a button for that. I need a button for the pet. Perhaps we will do that right now. We will make that button on the Stream Deck right now. Let's see what else I want to put on the screen. I do want to put the display capture so you can see what I'm doing on the computer, but not so big that you can see everything. Welcome back from the ads. Thank you. Thank you for suffering the ads. Minimize VN. And going to add a button on my Stream Deck to toggle the pet. Because I've got toggles for all the other stuff, but not the pet. So let's copy one of these. Paste. Can it zoom? Oh, okay, anyway. So this is going to be the pet toggle. And pet toggle, I think, where's the toggle pet? No, that's it. Okay, so now I've got a button that I can push to put the pet on and off that I did not have before. But hey, what's up? How's it going? It's me, Jessica Pixel. I don't know, I woke up and I'm in this telephone. I seem to be trapped in the phone zone. I got a terrible frog in my throat. Partially my fault for vaping this dying cartridge. My current pen is like almost dead. It's like scorching the back of my throat or whatever. Sucks. But we'll probably vape. Wake, bake, great vape, whatever. I don't know, I think this is kind of funny. Just being in the void. What's up? What's up, Mickey Poe? Good morning. Good morning to you. Good to see you. Good morning. We are in the phone dimension. Today we're stuck in the phone dimension. Let me put my logo on here. Should have my logo, because then otherwise how will they know? How will you know whose channel this is? How will you know whose channel it is if my logo is not present? How would you possibly know that this was Jessica Pixel? I don't think he could. I don't think he would know. I don't think he would have any idea. So let me think what else I want on this layout. Probably the chat. There. Put the music. Move the vaporwave over here. Give it a little tilt. And that means we'll need to move the display capture. Put it down here. Alright, so yeah, no plans. We're just, we're just standing around in the void. First thing in the morning. Listen to Vaporwave, which will most likely make it so I won't, the video, when I put it on YouTube, may get blocked for copyright, because several of the songs that get remixed in the Vaporwave are still detectable by the auto detecting thing.
A year just to think about things. You're playing the same show every day. I don't want to mess it up, and I really didn't have the confidence at that time. I felt like I don't want to bite off the next year of my life doing something I may not know how to do, and I just didn't feel confident about it.
I cannot sleep in.
I just didn't feel confident about it.
I wake up at 6. I wake up at 7. And I might be able to go back to sleep until 7 or 8. But then I gotta get up. I gotta get out of bed. So I would say that the newest ADHD med works. It's not really helping me at work. Where I'm failing QA because I cannot read what's written verbatim.
I just didn't feel confident about it.
Because then the caller will get mad. Oh, no, this one? Ooh, hello. I'm in the phone. I turned the other light on. Hello, good morning. I seem to be stuck in this phone. But that's alright, because then I don't have to worry about things. I don't have to worry about stuff when you're in the phone. When you're in the phone, you don't have to worry about things. When you're in the phone.
Confident. I thought the act of writing was terrifying, and self-examination with a close-up mirror in an antiseptic environment.
Yeah. So,
it was something I found myself dreading.
What are y'all doing this morning?
Constantly questioning if I'm good enough to do.
Anybody got any plans? What is it, Sunday? Sunday, July the 20th. It's 9:04 a.m.
But I felt really bad.
I like Vaporwave, but I usually don't listen to. Ow.
I just wasn't in a
Nice.
place where I felt like I could.
Not a lot? Not right now? Got any plans? I mean, I wouldn't expect people to be doing a lot this morning, because it's morning, and it's Sunday. But you know, maybe after everybody wakes up. Oh yeah, I gotta pull that up, because I saw you linked, because I listened to your album, and first off, as an ADHD person, I love it. Short, to the point, like loops. I was able to listen to the whole thing. I was able to actually listen to the whole thing. Where like normally, you know, I feel bad because I follow a ton of people that make stuff. Lots of people make stuff. And I want to consume the stuff that you make. But I am ADHD. And it is hard for me to consume anything that takes time. Unless I'm in like a very specific mood, or like eating, you know. So like people that so like, are you gonna like, because I saw it, is it gonna be like the album plus more tracks, or is it like all different tracks? It's it was definitely fun. I liked listening to it. Hiccup. And now I want to find the hiccup. Find the link so I can post it. Very cool. So, you know, not that there's like tons of people in my chat, but like this is Samantha Silhouette's Alien Radio. Uh, it is a fun little listen. Electronic goodies, girly and fun. Definitely listen to it because it won't take you that long. But no, I'm excited to see what the next part is. Unfortunately, I'm not going to join Discord because I'm in too many Discords. There's too many Discords. I have too many Discords. I don't even look at the Discords that I'm in. So hopefully there's not some like super exclusive something that will only be seen in the Discord. Like I have a Discord. I've got a link to it in the thing, but I do not push it because what do you need to be in another Discord for? Oh, I like this track. What do you need to be in another Discord for? For a chat? I don't chat. You know, I don't voice chat. You know, I gotta be in charge. If I'm talking on voice, I'm in charge. You're listening to me talk. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting for control. I like this track. Yeah, like that's the thing. It's there's you know, chat, you know, you don't have to be in somebody's Discord to chat with them. You know, and I'll see if I'm on Twitch, I'll see if you're online because you'll be online. So I don't necessarily need like an extra Discord alert that you're going online. I mean, I suppose maybe if I had a Kamiyoshi or something that I was parasocially obsessed with, then maybe I would, you know, be in the Discord to see the second they go live. That way I can claim the first in their stream every time. That way, hopefully someday Senpai will notice me, and then that will catapult me into fame and fortune off of their coattails or something. I don't quite understand some level of the obsession that people have with other creators and stuff. Like, yes, I'm a big fan. There's several VTubers that I think are really cool and I think are really good at what they do, and but there isn't anybody that I'm like obsessed with. I feel like people get like obsessed. Like, I could kind of get it if your Kamiyoshi is somebody that you actually have access to. You know, if it's somebody that you really admire. But yes, that for sure. But that's fine with me, because mainstream VTubing is garbage. Honestly, corporate VTubing is not where it's at. All the good VTubing is indie VTubing. So I'm not missing anything. Like, I've literally, I was a VTuber. I was VTubing for at least a little while, and I didn't know what Hololive was. I was VTubing without knowing what Hololive was. I knew Kizuna Ai. I saw Kizuna Ai doing it and was like, I'm gonna figure out how to do that. And then like 5 years later, here we are. But I don't get it. I wish I did. I mean, if maybe I do get it, where the point is just to wave and smile and scream and fanboy at an anime girl, hoping that they'll at username you in the chat or something. Like, what's the end goal? Because with these big popular corpo VTuber ladies, you're never gonna be friends. Like, you're not gonna actually get to know them. You will know their character. Their character might interact with you. Most likely, no. Most likely, you'll just be holding out roses, and yeah, maybe they'll take them, but you're not gonna get anything back. So I don't get it. Maybe I've never been a idol person. Like, you know, growing up, there was never like, oh, I love Derek Jeter is the only name I could. What's a sports person? Michael Jordan. Oh man, I want to be a sportsman when I grow up. I want to be like Michael Jordan. What's really funny is, and this is, I feel like I have a lot of insight on this because it's a lot like Second Life, where we're role-playing a minor celebrity game, which has some of the same type of stuff that Celebrity does, you know, where you do have to network, where you do have to know the right people, you have to be at the right place at the right time, go to the right events, wear the right clothes by the right people, you know, that kind of stuff. That way you can move up a ladder, and so it's a game, it's a real game, and the same way it exists in real life, you know, we're doing it here in a small sense in the VTuber sphere. But the problem is the people, a lot of the people in the VTuber sphere do not realize that it is a game, that this is not real, this is not actually going anywhere, that they have an unrealistic expectation of what they're going to get out of this just because corporations exist. People think they're going to get scooped up by these corporations. People think they can make their own corporations, when they should just be doing their hobby and having fun doing their hobby and doing their hobby to the best of their ability, and not worry so much about the upward movement. But it's not real, and a lot of people think it is because it is all that they focus on, which makes sense. And me personally, I would also be lost in the sauce if I didn't already have 10 years of experience in this kind of a situation of trying to climb a social ladder in a niche of a niche community, you know, wanting to be famous. Because I used to want that in Second Life. In Second Life, I thought I will become an A-lister in Second Life. So I figured, you know, if I had the right friends, if I went to the right places, that would work out. Oh, really? See, this is the thing. I don't follow VTuber news. I did see through the grapevine that a lot of the bad VTubers made a new group. I think the group name is a slur, because like I haven't even seen the actual group name. I just saw V slur, like masked out or whatever. So, um, yeah. So I just saw on, on Blue Sky, it was like, oh, all those, that I don't know their names. I think Pippa might be one. I don't know their names. I don't watch their content. I don't follow their content. I don't care. Because why would I? Why should anybody? Why is anybody spending any amount of time looking at these people? Like, people that don't like them, say, oh, I hate these people. But then they're still watching, consuming their content? Yeah, it's 2025, but the thing is, the truth is, in 2025, the R-slur is working its way back into parlance, even though we had done a pretty good job of pushing it down. Well, don't worry. You should only do VTubing for fun. Do not go into VTubing to make money. Do not go into VTubing to make money, unless you already have a ton of money. You can make money with VTubing if you have money, the same way that you can make money if you have money. Because if you have money, then you can buy a model, buy a popular model creator. You can buy a model from a popular model creator. You can buy all of your assets, all of your bot programming. You can just buy everything. And if you look shiny and pretty and interesting, people will come and look at you. They'll come and flock to whatever, regardless of what garbage you're doing, even if as long as you have an interesting looking model with big boobs. The one thing that came to mind that there's a monkey, like recently a new monkey girl showed up that's got dreads, but she's white and blonde. What? But you're not gonna be able to say anything about that because they've got big boobs. So lots of people are going to like them. I don't even know anything. I don't know anything about her other than I saw when she was new. I think I saw on the feed, it was like, oh, here's this new monkey VTuber. It's like, oh, cute. Oh, wait. I don't know. So it would make sense if the person that is okay with playing, if a person that's okay with puppeteering a model like that is probably a nutcase, yeah. Because, yeah, the same way that I wouldn't feel comfortable piloting a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white-skinned avatar. Imagine being comfortable. No, she looks like a monkey. She's like a monkey. She's cute. It's a cute look. It's not that she's not a cute avatar. It's that she's has dreadlocks. She's got textured black hairstyle. But she is blonde, white-haired, blonde hair, white skin. What? What? It is 2025. Obviously, anybody who's saying stuff like that is just doing it to get views. Because the average person doesn't care about trans people in the good way. Who cares? Trans people? Alright. There's other things in this world. I have no problem. Okay? So, somebody's got a gender? Okay. Whatever. Oh no. Oh no, a gender! Like, yeah, 'cause like in real life, in like a real life job, yeah, if 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 like HR found out that you were making fun of a person that off themselves or whatever, that like, well, you would hope. But I actually, I fucking hate my job. I don't hate my job. I hate my job, but I hate my job. There actually is. There's a VTuber, Alpine Showtime, who he's the only one that looks like it. They're the only one that looks like it. That their VTuber looks exactly like a Rankin Bass, the claymation. Not quite the animated one, like, Silverhawks and them all. Uh, why Silverhawks? Why didn't I say Thundercats? Or anyway, um, but the claymation. There's a dude that his whole setup looks like a Rankin Bass claymation. It's really cool. Uh, let me. Is it like this? I don't know how to do a shout out. I don't know how to do my own thing. I believe it's that. Yes. And uh they have a weird setup where they're using videos. They're using videos with VTube Studio to do some different stuff or something like that. It's a very different kind of tracking setup. Yes, Alpine Showtime. It should have, I put a shout out, so it should have done a link. There should be a link. But if you're on mobile, I'm not too sure how it acts on mobile. But yeah, what I was saying about my job, yesterday took a call. I hate this. So we take all kinds of calls. We take calls from everywhere. This well, that I would say, um that's one thing. When I went into VTubing, here in VTubing, this is just my regular internet presence. You know, I'm VTubing on main. Uh, that's me. I'm VTubing on main. Um, but I don't think I don't think abandoning VTubing is the answer, because you should not give up the things. Do not hand the things to the fascists. Do not give them. They cannot just have it. They're not going to just take it. Um, but I do think the same way online, I think people are very quick to pigeonhole themselves. You can see this in usernames, where Samantha Silhouette VT. Well, who cares that you're a VTuber, you're Samantha Silhouette, you know? Maybe you're a VTuber right now, maybe you're playing some game next time, maybe you're, I don't know, some other thing. Um, this I pulled experience out of from Pokemon, when I was in the Pokemon community, where everyone will have VGC in their username. Like, so as soon as you're done with Pokemon VGC, are you gonna just abandon the username? Or, like, but anyway, it's just kind of a thought. But see, I VTube on main. This is me. I don't have a separate account. There's no separate account. It's just me. Um, but what I was saying, okay, so one of the calls that we take is for Verizon ethics. Basically, if somebody's calling into Verizon to, report somebody stealing sales, or I don't know, malicious activity, ethics stuff. Some lady had called because her partner dumped her on the side of the road after roughing her up and wanted to have him lose his job. And I'm like, I will take the report, but you need to get in touch with the authorities. Because like this line is for Verizon employees to report that Verizon employees are doing something Verizon employee related. I didn't say it like that. But like, what? I get it, because I know she was in distress. She probably was like, oh, well, if you do this or that, I'm going to call your job, and they're going to get you fired. And he's like, okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, she's following through with her threat. But like, I'm a third party, ethics reporting. Nothing you say or do nothing's gonna actually happen from this. The ethics reporting is really just writing down what these people are saying and it getting put into an electric trash can. Like, it gets put into some portal, something, somewhere that someone has access to. I don't know. I have no idea. But I get to listen to these people tell me about how, you know, in this case, totally unrelated. Or I get to hear about how their boss cussed them out, or this or that, or that or this. And then they'll be like, oh, is somebody gonna follow up with me? Is somebody gonna do this or that? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Person calls in, you know, I need to talk to, I need maintenance. My toilet is overflowing. I need maintenance. Okay, well, I'll put the ticket in. When are they gonna call me? I don't know. No idea, dude. Capitalism has gutted the service industry. You cannot get in contact with somebody who can actually do something in any industry. Like, imagine you go to the grocery store and something is priced wrong. So you go to a manager and they'll be like, okay, well, I can't, because I gotta call, you know, they gotta have somebody else do something before it can, you know, things can change. They gotta write a letter. They gotta call corporate. They gotta... That was not a very targeted rant. I don't know. Let's vape. Let's have cannabis. Maybe. Yeah, we will. Let me open my window. So, same as before, we're vaping on some batter. Yes, having a job is both good and bad. Good because money, yay, money. Bad because time, boo. And then, you know, that's not even considering if the job sucks or not. Because, like, even if it's a great job, even if it's a good job and you love it, it's still taking up time that, you know, you could be making stuff. So it definitely sucks to have to go to work. I am pathetic. I am pathetic. I only work 3 days a week, 5 hours a day. and any more than that, and I am crying every day after my shift. Because I did start at I started like 32 hours, like regular part-time. And yeah, and I've cut that way back. That way I don't get fired. That way I don't get fired before I've been there long enough to get any kind of promotion. But I've been there a year now, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal for me. I've only had, I'm trying to think, I think I've only held 2 jobs. I think I've only held 2 jobs to a year, this one included. Yes. Part of my problem is the TISM. But the biggest one is my anxiety, my trauma. I've got a trauma response. I don't want to get yelled at. I cannot be yelled at. So I'm not saying all the things, I'm not reading all the things that I'm supposed to, and I'm failing QA. Yeah, but the thing is yeah, it sucks. It's a couple levels because, like, you can say to yourself, oh, well, they're not all gonna yell at me. They're not all going to yell at me. Even if they don't all yell at me, one of them will. Somebody will. At least once a day. At least once a day. Somebody raises their voice at me for something that I have 0 control over. Like, I have less than 0 control over because I'm the answering service. So yeah, I will not read verbiage that I'm supposed to read if I know that it would instigate, it would make the caller mad. You know, if I'm to a thing where it says, okay, I'll put this to the office and they'll contact you on the next business day. But, you know, it's Friday and their air conditioner's not working, some emergency. And now I know they're going to be mad. So I won't say it. And it's not even like a conscious. And my face tracking gets all fucked up when the smoke gets in the way. So, and I don't even really do it consciously. Like, I know when it comes up on the screen and it says, you know, okay, I'll send that to the office for the next business day. I'll just say, okay, I'll get that sent to the office. But then I get in trouble. Even though I can do everything else perfectly. Everything else is done perfectly because I've been working in call centers for 20 years. And I don't care so much about the callers. The problem is that QA. So our calls get listened to, and they'll say, hey, you're supposed to read that as written, and then I'll get points off on my QA. I am currently on a performance plan until the end of August. I have until the end of August to... Yes, that's it. I'm trying my best. Like I'm not trying to avoid the stuff. I want to do what I'm supposed to do. But my brain will not let me sometimes. Only sometimes. Sometimes I can get through it. Sometimes I can do exactly what I'm supposed to do. And it's not on every call. It's really just when the vibes are off. When you can tell that this is a person that's, if I say the wrong thing, they're going to spend 5 minutes of my time yelling at me. Because of the autism, I am stupid and honest, and have been completely honest with my supervisor from the beginning. Thankfully, my supervisor is decent and is actually the supervisor of the supervisors. So, he's been very gracious working with me because, like, you know, I'm able to tell him that, like I'm talking about this in therapy. I'm in my talk therapy sessions, saying to my therapist, I cannot read these lines as written. I cannot do my job because of my anxiety. What do I do? And there isn't. You just do it. The solution is just do it. Like, I'm on another med. I added an ADHD med to see if maybe that would help. I do feel it's helped a little bit in general. I don't know if it's really helping me with work though. I can absolutely not stay in bed. So as soon as I wake up, I want to get out of bed. But as soon as I get tired, I want to go to bed. And I like going to bed still, so. And I have no problem going to sleep and stuff. As soon as I wake up, I gotta get up. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I've been asleep for 5 hours. Bing, bing. But I've been honest with my supervisor from the beginning, and I've told him that I have this problem, and I've been fired. I've literally been fired from every job I've ever had, for the same reasons, you know, because of my anxiety. Either I call out too much, get too many points, and they say, Jessica, you know, your performance is excellent. Everything else about you is stellar, but you called off one too many times. Even though the amount of work you do, you know, makes up for the time that you weren't there, you know, you can do 5 days of work in 4 days. But whatever. Because in the corporate world, what matters is butts and seats. The numbers, that's all they care about. I am uh, nowhere in the corporate world because of that. Um, and I know that. Like, thankfully, I'm old. I'm old now. I have been alive long enough that I know my worth, and now that I've gotten a diagnosis, you know, and I know what's up, I've got language to advocate for myself. I'm just now noticing the very end tip of this hair has like a pink chunk on it. I'll have to go look at the hair texture. What was I saying? Because I'm getting distracted by Bing, Bing. Um, yeah, so I told my supervisor that I will probably get fired from this job, and it will be bad. It will suck because I will be a great employee and I will do great work, but I'm gonna get fired because, and I will get fired at the first level before I get any opportunity to do anything good at the company. So, yeah. Yeah. Corporate setting, it's good and bad. I don't mind it because I like a regular paycheck. I do like going in, doing my job, and going home. I don't want to have to think about work when I'm not at work. Like, I don't necessarily want to have some kind of job that I love. You know, I just want to go put in my, I would like to put in my 8 hours and go home. Uh, but a position that I can put 8 hours into that wouldn't kill me, you know, that wouldn't make me absolutely miserable, um, doesn't exist. The positions aren't open. Um, they're not hiring someone with my level of experience, no degree. Uh, but I might go finish a degree. My partner just finished his master's. I'm so proud of him. Um, my partner just blasted through bachelor's, master's, just like hook, uppercut, finished it. I don't like I, the job I have now is work from home, and I don't know if I could do an office job. I've been at home for all this stuff for years now. Like, I don't know how to act around people. Uh, what? For real? For real, for real? Not for play, for play? Are you a doctor? Wait, PhD, is that a doctor? Holy shit! First off, Dr. Samantha Silhouette. Dr. Samantha Silhouette. What's a PhD? What's a PhD then? What does a PhD give you? I know that's like another, 4 or 8 years of schooling. Either way. Smart. Clever girl. Clever girl. Oh, that means that it's almost ads time, because that thing goes off every hour. I don't know shit. Obviously, I'm not that smart. Well, I take that back. I'm smart. I just don't know some things. There are some things I don't know, like what a PhD is. Well, that's still a doctorate. You don't get the title of doctor, but you don't. So you're a doctor of philosophy, but you're not a doctor. Okay, because I'm gonna call it. If you're a doctor, if you put the time in, if you put in the time, then you're a doctor. Doctor Silhouette. Paging Dr. Samantha Silhouette. Samantha Silhouette to ER. You're a medical doctor. You're a medical doctor now. You're a medical doctor now. There's an ad. Ads are coming. So I'm gonna shut up. And we'll see y'all in a couple of minutes when the ads come back. I gotta figure out some kind of BRB for this scene. Let's see. What BRB videos do I got? I just wouldn't. I couldn't be a doctor because I'm a fucking softie. And the first time I had to be like, I'm sorry, they're dead. Yeah, that would probably be like the last time that I would get to be a doctor. Oh no, my my neck, my back, my pussy, my crack. I think that's the words. Do you say be right back or they just say keep out? Oh, they do say AFK. Cool. That way I can do AFK. I need to use the shift button. Yeah, that actually, because you're fucked either way. Cause like, you're overqualified. So they'll be like, why you want this job? Or they'll be like, we know you're gonna leave this job as soon as something better comes along. And it's like, yes, but I need money. But I need money. Let's slide down. Slide down. And rename to AFK. No, that's not. Oh, it's because it's rotated. Let's see. Yes, it'll be like, well, you're gonna leave. Like, yeah, of course, I don't want to do this forever, but I need money. I need to get paid. I need dollars in my bank account. Put the art on here too. Then, can I make this taller? Let's do a dance. Let's do not get down. We'll do the cute one. This one's cute. Yeah, that was, I was, I got unemployment for a year after I got laid off from, moderating, uh, Fortnite. I had the perfect job. It was, Fortnite moderating. Would moderate, usernames. Bulk of it was usernames. Username comes up on the screen, and if it's all good, you say it's all good. If it's bad, you say why it's bad. If it was drugs, sex, racism, whatever. Yes. So if you change your username, if you change your Epic username, it goes through moderation. A human literally does look at it and says, okay, that's okay. No, that's not okay, and why. And then we would also moderate maps, so that you can, because you can make maps in Fortnite. So you would get in a team, if it was a small map, like a team of 2, if it was a big map, a team of 4, and you would literally go play the map. You would go in the map. First you would play it to make sure, it works. They weren't doing any exploits or anything. And then you would go look over the map. You would just go like comb over the map and see if you could find anything that, inappropriate. Anything with cuss words, that kind of stuff. If they put a banana on a statue to make it look like a dong, something like that. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to have stuff have like blood. So like you couldn't put like red circles on the ground to make it look like dripping blood, that kind of stuff. So you would go through the maps and see if anything like that was around. If so, you'd take screenshots and write up a little report. And then UEFN came out. Where now you can use Unreal Engine. So like you know, a couple years ago, Epic made it so that way now you can make maps for Fortnite using Unreal Engine. With that, you could also upload arbitrary assets. You can upload whatever you want, basically. So at the end of the job, towards like the last couple months before we all got laid off, suddenly, we were looking at 3D assets. So if somebody submitted a map, it would come in like a package of stuff. So you would click through a bunch of different things. You know, you would look through textures, you would look through 3D models, and then the same kind of thing. You'd go into the map and you would play the map and make sure nothing weird was anywhere. But then Epic had all those layoffs, so our contractor, you know, was no longer contracted. But it was a really, really shitty company, because it was literally one of those. They told us on Thursday that Friday was our last day. In a, hey, everybody get in this Zoom meeting. Literally one of those. There was one guy who actually I was correct and was like legally, you guys, you can't do this, and was gonna see about pursuing legal action, but that guy just kind of disappeared. They didn't kill him, not that kind of disappeared, but you know, they just took him out of the chats and blah blah blah. And but this place is having a having a class action brought up against them for making people do stuff off the clock. So here's hoping something comes to that, even though it'll probably just be, here's $20. Either way, fuck Activist Connect. 'Cause you know, contracts are renewed, you know, quarterly, biannually, you know. Contracts are not renewed weekly. So Activist Connect would have known weeks ahead of time that we would not be, you know, recontracted. And the company also made it sound like, because it's a contracting company, they made it sound like that they would help us get additional, that they would help us get new positions. That we would, you know, we would be absorbed back into the agency or whatever, and get sent back out to a different project. But that's a lie. We had the option to continue working there, like we could put in an application and start again. So, collected my unemployment for a year and started being a VTuber. I was already online. I had already been streaming on Twitch. As I like to say, I've been streaming on Twitch since it was Justin TV. But yeah. So it was like, okay, cool, yeah, I'll start streaming with an avatar instead. And ta-da! However long it's been now. This is just who I am now. I am Vroid. I'm a Vroid. I identify as a normie. even in the fantastical world of the metaverse. I'm just a person. I'm just some dude. I think it's fine. I suppose, I guess I'm not really saying it in like a sad way, because I highly enjoy interacting with all of the various creatures and that on the internet. Like there's so many interesting and cool people and places to experience here in the metaverse. And I don't know, I think in my mind, I think it's because I focus more on, like in my role play or whatever, I focus more on me interacting with others than them interacting with me. Because, like, I don't know how to role play. I can only be me. Every character that I've ever played in any kind of campaign of any kind of anything is just me. I'm not good at pretending other people type feelings and stuff. But again, not a bad thing. It's just what it is. It is who I am. I am old now. I'm too old to for that kind of stuff to bother me anymore. It's more of a I'm okay with being a person. The only thing that kind of sucks though is being a VTuber. You're supposed to have a little bit of lore and stuff. Not that you have to, it's just that it gives you more stuff to build off of. Well, I've had a great time on Blue Sky. In the amount of time I've been on Blue Sky, like I had my Twitter account for, you know, a decade. I didn't delete it because it's, you know, I've literally had my Twitter account since Twitter. I've been on Twitter since you sent a text to 545454. I think that's the number. I used to send a text to Twitter. Twitter would occasionally send me a text about the my friends that I wanted to get a text about. Yes, yes, that. We are, especially younger people, are very addicted to thinking, well, they think that you have to broadcast every last moment of your life. I am glad that I'm old enough that I know a time before social media. Like, I was not trained on social media. Where it's not gonna trick me. I know I don't have to put everything out there, but there's more than enough young people that can't not. I would have. I like Twitter, and I would have continued maining it. I would have continued maining Twitter as long as Twitter was there. But But yes, now that it is in the state that it's in now, I have no plans on going back. Um, it will probably not recover from this. So, I have no plans on going back to Twitter. I have only had good experience with Blue Sky. Well, I wouldn't say only, but I mostly have had good experience with Blue Sky. There's still bots. There's still, you know, commission bots. The bots that want to try and sell you a commission. They're not bots. They're people. I think they're people. They're just, I can't tell if they're scammers or not, but they're definitely not a reputable enough person. That's not how commissions work in the VTuber sphere. I don't know how commissions work elsewhere, but in the VTuber sphere, the commissioner contacts the artist. Yes, that's the thing. I actually have more. I have more. I think I'd have to go look, but I'm pretty sure I've got. Oh yeah, because I only had like maybe max 400 followers on Twitter, and I'm getting close to 900 here. And like you're saying, I don't. The people that are following me are actual accounts. You know, I'm sure most people go and see, oh, so and so followed me. Let me go see. You know, because if they're terrible, you know, you'll block them. But you know, you'd be like, oh, it's actual people. Yeah. Blue Sky does reward effort. Um, so like if you try, if you're putting effort into what you're posting, you know, uh, but it is a lot of Blue Sky is what you put into it. It's social media. It's actual social media like how it used to be before, you know. You have to curate it. You have to use your brain and look at what you want to look at and don't look at what you don't want to look at. Like what? How is that difficult? I don't even know what's on Twitter. I barely go on Twitter. Sometimes to look at VTuber materials. That is one. There are a couple things that have not come over to Blue Sky. In the Japanese community especially, people that make VTuber materials post them like crazy on Twitter, but they haven't really moved to Blue Sky because I've been trying to follow some of the hashtags, and I've really only found like 5 max material creators, you know, that are posting materials. Most of the, you know, Oyavi material type things are on the Twitter. So, but that's okay because I mostly just get them off Booth. And if a creator says, "Oh hey, you gotta like, you have to like and repost in order to use it," I've just been linking directly to the thing because I'm not gonna like and repost. I do want to give credit on most of my graphics. I try to put a link to, well, I try to put the material creator address like directly on the graphics that I make. Partially so that way I can find it easier to link back to it when I post the image. And then, because I did not make it. Hang on. The chat being longer does work, but now I gotta move the vaporwave. This has gotta move over here. And this can move up. Get bigger. Art. Perceive it. I've got 3. Yes, I've got 3 comms in the oven right now that are in whip status. Very exciting. So I'll have a couple more pieces to add to the thing, to my scroller, and then I've got I have a scene, I have this, but we're not gonna stay here because things are kind of a mess right now. I'm just, I have this scene, but let's go back to this one. We'll go back over here because that one's kind of a mess right now. I'm in the process of changing my overlays because I made a bunch of overlays. I redid all my overlays. So I'm not 100% on them yet. We'll see. I think they might be a little too big, but we'll see how they look tomorrow during the stream. I kind of want to have another bowl. I'm kind of tempted. I might as well, because who fucking cares, right? Who fucking... My main concern is that the in-laws would get mad. But they also leave me alone. Adjust the art a little bigger. Make it even a little bigger. Make it even bigger. Alright, let's get another blab in the bowl. Let's turn the guy on. Let me get my joint that way. That way my avatar also has weed. Ha 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 ha. My tongue doesn't work very well yet. I still have a lot of work to do on the tongue. It is a separate mesh. I went and bought a tongue. It's really funny. Being virtual is hilarious. Man, I don't like my tongue. Buys a new tongue. Oh, I still gotta do some adjustments on my tongue. I need a second stick. Do I have a second stick in here? Cause I got batter. Ooh, you know what? The hot knife will probably work good on this. It's disgusting though. But yeah, gotta. It's hard to get it to trigger with the microphone. But it's fancy and has bones. It's got extra bones in the tongue, so I could so it could be animated slash wiggle. I could put physics bones on it, or like a tongue ring or something like that, since it would have like a anchoring point. But it needs some adjusting still, because it's got its own blend shapes, and then it's got its own armature. So it's, it's using, when it goes blend shape wise, like when I talk A-E-I-O-U, the tongue, arms please. When I A-E-I-O-U, the tongue moves accordingly. And then also when I do mouth left and right, then the tongue bone moves left and right to move the tongue. Alright, we got the hot knife clean enough. Alright, turn it on. Please come on the knife. Here we go. Okay. And I need to reload my alcohol thinger. My thing of alcohol. Bottoms up. Haha, JK. This is rubbing alcohol. Get a little alcohol on a Q-tip. But this is the shit we used to do on 1/7 Live. We used to just vertical stream and do nothing and just chill out. This is how I started VTubing on 1/7 Live. Weird and funny little phone application. It still is around, but the US region fucked up their money. They fucked up how the money works, so you couldn't make money anymore. So all the US region people left for another profile, like another site like that. Another one of those funny app streaming things. And then I was like, okay, let's just get affiliated with Twitch.tv. Because I had been streaming on Twitch. Like I said, I've been streaming on Twitch since, you know, blah blah blah. But, I don't remember if my bowl's ready. So, let me think about what I'm gonna do later today. What needs done? Need to finish setting up the layout. Need to finish setting up the OBS. Yeah, I was like, what's I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the to-dos. Let's see. So, it is still my birthday month. That is true. It is the month of my birth. But, let's see. Today I need to finish the OBS layout. I wish I knew a little more about horoscopes, because I do like that woo-woo stuff. I'm very much a Cancer. Big time. Let me think, what else? I feel like there's something on the avatar that needs done. Maybe I'll adjust the front clipping of the bangs a little more. True. I mean, if people born in August and September serve cunt, huh? I'm trying to think of the other people I know, but I never know. I'm bad at remembering birthdays. Many such cases. Maybe I need to do some stuff on my website. The links section needs its rework done. I don't know Sophie Xenon. I've heard of Sophie, but I don't know if that's the same artist. I'm not good. I'm very bad at artists. I don't know popular culture. Oh, cool. Like, I know enough about culture that, like, you know, the breakouts. Cool. I know she was super influential, and people, you know, are very upset that she's gone early. I need to set up a better renders scene with iFacial mocap setup so I can do face poses. Let's see. Unity scene. iFacial mocap. And I need to... Well, I don't need to do anything. But I want to start working on this new place. I started kind of trying to build something in Blender and was fairly frustrated. So I'll probably continue with my plans of using a building. And I'm currently trying to get in touch with a person who knows how to rip stuff from Second Life. Because I have so much cool stuff. I have so many cool things that are rotting away on Linden Lab servers that I have no intention of doing anything nefarious with. I just need to decorate my virtual space. But I suppose later we'll log into Second Life and see if I can get in touch with this person. Because I haven't had any luck with Discord. Do some SL time. Because I want to at least start spending time in Second Life again, a little bit. Because there's still really cool people there. Making cool shit. I'm just going to do my best to, you know, not give Linden Lab any of my money. Turns out I've got a handful of Lindens in my pocket, so maybe I'll have a good time in my Second Life old age. I try to, when I want to stream Hypergrid Safari on YouTube, which is a meeting on OpenSim, which is basically the private server version of Second Life. But less so that it's private and more so that it's open source, and it's basically like a whole nother grid, a whole nother Second Life grid, just open source. The primary appeal is that it is free. There is no cost outside of, you know, electricity, computer. You can pay somebody to host a region for you, or you can just host it yourself. I have a region. I have an OpenSim region. Let me pull up a picture. OpenSim region called Pixel Planet. Well, no. Pixel Planet is the name of my estate. Find some good pictures of my place. This is Pixel Planet. I'll leave it big for a moment. No, again, this is Star Island. This is Star Island. One of the regions in the Pixel Planet estate. Is basically my OpenSim headquarters. It normally runs from my home computer. It is not currently running. But it's safely backed up and will be back online again one of these days. But there's too much to do, so there are too many things to do. So that will come back up eventually. And then I'll want to try to get into streaming OpenSim again, because I've been very lazy about streaming OpenSim. But it's hard to want to sit and watch the old people play Safari for 2 hours. Where's my playlist for Safari? Safari playlist. But yeah, I've been streaming Hypergood Safari on and off for 10 years. Holy shit. At least 10 years. Because I got some in here from 2015. Cool. So today we will, after this I'll probably go look at the OBS layout, make sure it's all set up right. Then I think I'll do this, make this Unity scene. I want to make a good something for posing. Maybe even figure out how to do like a UI script or something, because I don't know how to do that in Unity, but perhaps I'll find out how to do a simple UI to click, so that way I can have it like cycle through a list of animations or something. I need to figure out, because there's nothing. Somebody needs to be, I mean, I could use VNAN, but VNAN can only take a picture at the resolution of your screen. VNAN doesn't currently have the ability to take like an 8K screenshot, or like with Unity I can have it take an 8K screenshot even though I don't have an 8K monitor. So there's posing programs out right now that support VSF Avatar. That would be the killer app, and perhaps it's the app I will build to learn how to use Unity and shit. Is a VSF Avatar poser. But that is no promises, something that would be like 100 years in the future. But it would start with, today I'm gonna go and try and build a snapshot scene so I can more easily take renders. Right now I've got a weird system that I would like to make more easy. And then probably be bored then, go log into Second Life. And then the links. Yeah, my website, I want to add a button section with button links, the little buttons. And the way I have the links set up there, like each link gets a page, and the page has metadata. So I need a metadata for there being a text link for the main text page, and then a metadata for an optional button, if that one has a button. That way it can get pulled into the button panel on the front page, etc. But I'm also going to move from Jekyll to another one. Apparently there's a better one. My partner's having me switch to one to the other because it's better or newer or can compress my images better or something, because I got a lot of pictures on my website. My website loads pretty slow because we host it because it's fun to do it yourself. But some inner workings stuff with the links needs finished, and a lot of things need more polish now that the new layout is in place. So I don't know, maybe we'll be inspired enough to do that until I get too sleepy. I'll probably get sleepy and need to go back to sleep or something. But for right now, just I'm gonna dip because we got ads in like 2 minutes, and I ain't gonna make you watch ads. I ain't gonna make you watch ads. Only a couple people here, so I'm not gonna. I'll be lazy and not dump you off anywhere or anything. But so. Is my birthday this month? Will I have any more? Oh yeah, I'll still have plenty more streams this month. But yeah, I'm gonna go. If you come to watch the stream tomorrow, I will have my new HUD in place. So we'll see if it looks okay or if it looks too bulky. I'm a little afraid it might look too bulky, and I need to kind of re-execute it with skinnier borders, but we'll see. We'll make that Unity thing, and then do the links. Check out Second Life. Maybe I'll go eat some graham crackers or something. But cool. Alright, I'm gonna leave before the ad starts. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out again, as always. We'll see you guys on Blue Sky, and we'll be here tomorrow at 3. Mondays at 3. Only on Twitch. Jessica Pixel. Alright, I'm leaving before the ad starts. Bye!